It's your boy JT Automations back here with another video. I'm here with my brother Swan. This is me taking action on Instagram. Be sure to follow him on Instagram right now. If you're not following him, all the links to his channel and everything else is already down in the description below. What we're going to do in this video, this is part one of a 4-part series where we're going to teach you guys the game on how to get into real estate. You guys know I tell you all the time, the foundations of wealth is tied to real estate, the stock market, and intellectual property. My personal retirement is tied to real estate, so I want each and every one of you all to pay attention, take notes, rewatch these videos as many times as you need to, tap in with Sawan, and really learn real estate because it's life-changing regardless of how much money you have, what you know about real estate. We're going to debunk all of the myths, give you guys all of the games so you can start making money in real estate immediately after this series. So without further ado, let's get into it.
5-part series.
I'm tripping.
It's all good though.
Okay.
It's all good. I did it over here.
Oh yeah. My bad.
You good?
This is gonna be a 5-part series, and I'll just edit that
all right.
where it goes.
And can you send him all of the raw footage? You can cut it up for me, but for him, just send him all the raw.
Literally, I can give it to you like right after this.
Oh
Amen.
yeah, because I can edit it faster and put it out ASAP.
Amen.
Yeah.
First recording or?
Oh yeah.
We good.
Oh yeah. I was waiting for the sip. All right, brother. So let's start off with the mentality because of course everybody wants to make $100,000 a year or $1 million a year will be great.
Yeah.
But I do understand that without the proper mindset, you're going to struggle to make money in real estate. And even if you do make money, you're going to struggle keeping money in real estate. So let's share with the people your mindset or what you think is the proper mindset for somebody that wants to invest in real estate.
Well, I mean, I always when I'm talking to people and they're telling me their real estate goals, because that's typically like one of my questions whenever they say, hey, I want your help in getting in the game. I'll say, well, what's your goal? People will say, oh, I want to make $100,000 in a year, or, I want to make $20,000 a month, or whatever that goal is. And my next response is like, do you really? You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time we just want to hear ourselves say something and sound good saying it. But like, are you really willing to pay that price? Whatever that, so price not money wise. When I'm talking about paying that price, I'm talking about, are you really willing to put in the time? Will you put in the time to learn? Will you put in the time to make the phone calls? Will you put in the time to get everything wrong and not feel like you did something wrong and still be willing to push forward past that? Will your child is right there screaming at you, but you're making a phone call. Are you still willing to continue that phone call? You know what I mean? Like, are you willing to pay that price?
How steep was that learning curve for you? If you remember way back when you first got in the game.
Well, honestly, I'm a different breed, okay? Because I come from the car business.
All right.
Okay, so the car business got me ready for, honestly, everything up till now got me ready for right now. So it's not one particular thing. It's it's being uncomfortable. Okay. I'm gonna tell you a quick story. I'm at the car dealership. Okay. I'm at the car dealership, and car dealership is really raw. I mean, the sales guys, the sales managers, they hate you. The customers, they hate you. Okay. We used to say stuff like "fuck the customer," but then you go out there and you pretend to like the customer. The customer will say, you guys are just trying to get over on me. And, and you have to explain how you're not trying to get over them. And then you go back to the desk and talk to your manager and say, yo, we got to get all the fucking money. You see what I'm saying? And you have to juggle that in your mindset for years and every day and multiple times a day. And so in the car, that's how I learned how to be like a shark. It's the car dealership. It's being uncomfortable. Doing what nobody else is willing to do, and then also like practicing and shooting free throws. Okay, like it's no one answer to this, but you have to just do different stuff. Okay. I'm gonna give you another example. At the car dealership, Saturday, best day to sell cars. Okay, on Saturdays I would come in at 7 a.m. instead of 9. Okay, and I come in at 7 because the service lane is packed. Everybody off on Saturdays, so they want to get their car. They want to get their car done. They want to get their car fixed. And if they come in early, they can be done by 11 and still enjoy their day. So for a car salesman, all right, if I'm there before everybody else with those people that are there to get their car serviced, I'm talking to people that nobody's talking to.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So first of all, that's uncomfortable as fuck. I'm willing to get up earlier than everybody else. All right. I'm willing to create a whole new position. You know what I mean? The dealership wasn't doing that. I'm willing to make my own way. Okay. And then I'm even putting myself in an uncomfortable situation, getting a customer without any of the managers being there. You see, so that's like real different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this day I get there doing my thing. Boom. I get a customer 8 o'clock in the morning. Lights is still off in the dealership. I had to turn the lights on in the sales area. Right?
Yeah.
Different. Okay. Anyway, by the time the sales manager got there, he got there about 8:45. By the time he got there, I already had the credit app. They ready to go. You know. And so I got them in the box. Once they got to the box, which is the finance office, I threw up. Yeah, I got sick. Right? What do most people do after they get sick at work?
Go home.
They go home.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, but I'm like, yo, it's Saturday. You know, I gotta go. So I tell my manager, yo, look, I just threw up, but yo, look, I'm gonna continue the day real quick. And he's like, yo, great, because today gonna be a big day for you. All right, today you're gonna sell 3 cars, baby. And I'm like, yo, I hope I can make it, because I'm sick. So, but I was willing to push through that. Okay. Short story. Sold another car. Okay, sold another car. They get to the finance office. I throw up again. Tell my manager, hey, look, yo. Bro, I just threw up again, man. I think I need to go home because I'm getting pretty sick now. He's like, yo, you just sold 2 cars. It's 11:30 in the morning. You know, we don't close until 8. You can sell 4 cars today. You know, he's like, yo, just go to your desk, set up some appointments. You know, get yourself right. Let's do it again. And literally, I sell another car. I set up an appointment on the phone. I was willing to push through all of that, make an appointment. While I was on the phone, they come in, I got them, sold another car, and I threw up again 2 more times while I'm selling them the car. I'm literally doing a credit app or doing a test drive and you know, like real stuff. Yeah. And I just remember, you know, how much my manager pushed me that day to do what no one else was willing to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, no matter what circumstance, okay? Like, no matter if your kids are sick, no matter if your wife don't like what you're doing, no matter, you know, if you're physically unable, you know, whatever that is, that's what you got to do. Yeah. You know, and that's the only way it's going to get done. So that's the kind of mindset that I'm talking about. Like,
not to cut you off, but another question I'm thinking of as you're sharing that story with me is, what allowed you, and maybe it was even prior to you getting into selling cars, but in the car selling business, there's a lot of no's. Yeah. So what gave you that mentality? Because I'm sure if you sold 4 cars, it might have been 10 no's before you got to those 4 yeses, if not more. Yeah. So mentality wise, what is it about you that you can share with the people that when somebody says, heck no, I don't want it, that you don't give up?
Everybody can and will, buy. This was what everybody.
All right. Break that down.
Right. Everybody. So that's, you know, why say, oh, well, he's not going to buy. No. Everybody can and will buy from me. It's all about what I say to them.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's it. Everybody, you know, the difference between me getting the girl in high school and you getting the girl is how well I put the sauce on her. Okay? So, you know, I got to try some different stuff. I got to be persuasive, you know? I got to be confident, you know? If she wanted me to be a certain way, I have to recognize that in my body language and my speech and how I carry myself, and I got to do that. And that's just the mindset that's literally what I would tell myself. Okay? So if somebody was there telling me no, right? So let's say I'm in the service lane, talking to somebody who's getting, you know, they got a 2015 Honda Accord and they're getting $300 worth of service, which is not a lot. And they say, nah, I'm good. I love my 2015. You know, I'm good to go. I say, well, look, man, you got to be here anyway. You know, I'm here early. Can you just kind of entertain me? Can we just go for a ride? You know, so at least I can look good to my managers.
Yeah.
And some people were like, oh yeah, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Throw them the keys. You know, hey, go out there, just pick your favorite one. It don't matter. Don't look at the price tag. Just go get it.
Yeah.
You know, and you bring me back that stock number. I'll get the key. We go drive.
Yeah.
Now that's different. You know what I'm saying? That's different. So they get emotionally involved now.
Yeah.
I don't take no for answers. Okay, it's not a no. Okay, if it's not today, then when? You know? Oh, you don't. Oh, great. We just drove it. You don't want it to. Hey, look. I just talked my manager into putting a dealer tag in, and you can go and see your family while they work on your car. Go ahead and take that car. Go ahead and pick your wife up and bring her back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you don't. It's not one thing or the other. You can do it. Period. 100%. And you know, and you just keep working towards that. So I put guys out on dealer tags for a week, and they come back and buy it. Yeah. They say, yo, look, bro, I got all of my stuff in this car. I don't want to take my stuff out this car and put it into my car. Let's do a credit app and see if we can make this happen. You know what I mean? If I had to say, yo, what's your current payment right now? Says, well, I know you're not going to be able to get my current payment, but what if I could? If I could get your current payment, would you? You know, and I use that same line today with buying houses. I say, well, they say, well, I want way too much. You know, I want way too much for my house. You're not going to be able to do that price. Well, what if I could?
Yeah.
Most people don't say that. Well, they say, well, I'll talk to you later. You know? No. Yeah. What if I did pay that price? Would you allow me to give you that amount of money? And, oh yeah, I'll take that amount. Well, what you gonna do with that money? Yeah. You know what I mean? Nobody's doing that. And so you have to have that mindset every day that money comes to me easily, frequently, and in abundance. That anything that comes my way, I can handle it.
All right, let's take it a step back because I don't want to just gloss over that because that's a major point, because I know a lot of people have had that experience too. So if somebody, just for whatever reason, this was grandma's house, I grew up here, so the ARV may say that this is a $180,000 house.
Yeah.
But I want $300,000 for it because it's grandma's house and all of my memories.
Yeah.
So you say you don't just pass on that person.
No.
You still have the conversation with them.
I've gotten people. I remember it was 2 houses right here in Greensboro, right there by UNCG. It was a lady that had 2 houses that had been condemned. They was about to tear it down. It was on the pending demolition list, due to be tore down in 4 weeks. That's why she reached out to us. Okay, 4 weeks. Okay. And we had the lead. We had already had the lead for 6 months. So we've been talking to her for a while. Okay. And she said, yo, the lead came in from my cold caller, Mello, say, yo, you know, I want $300,000. Eli was my acquisition at the time. He worked with me at the car business. I pulled him out of there. And he said, bro, I don't want to make this phone call. I was like, yo, Eli, you acting like a punk, man. I was like, what kind of stuff is this? Yeah. You know, so I encouraged him to get on the phone call, you know. And she said the same thing. I want $300,000. I said, Eli, do not hang up on that lady. Yeah. Find out why she wants $300,000.
What you think the houses was worth?
Give me 2 seconds. I got you. I got you. So she was adamant about the $300,000, and Eli was just really getting depressed in the face. And this is only 6 minutes into the phone call. He ain't even worked for it yet. 6 minutes? Yeah. He ain't worked for it yet. This is his first phone call with this lady. You know, we talk to people a lot of times before they do deals. And so I'm like, yo, Eli, you know, he put her on hold. I said, yo, Eli, ask her, what if she doesn't get the $300,000, you know, by the time the city tears it down? Is she okay, you know, is she okay with them tearing the houses down? She said, no, I'm not okay with that. So what you gonna do? Yeah. You know, and literally once she said that, once she said that, Eli, it sent a spark in his brain that says, well, look, I want to help you so they don't knock the house down. You know, now I'm willing to put in the work, go talk to the city to make sure they don't knock it down, let them know that you're selling it to me. But before I go do all of this work, you got to tell me something reasonable. And she ended up coming down to $55,000 for both houses total. Total
$300,000
off of $300,000, and look, and 2 days before closing, I hit her with a reduction of $10,000. So we paid $45,000 for both of those houses. For real, both right there on Cranbrook. You know, so Why stop? If we would have stopped, we made $20,000 assigning that deal.
So the mentality that I'm getting is we not taking no for an answer.
No.
We willing to stay on the phone for as long as necessary.
For sure.
Yeah. But let's add to that too. So we not taking no for an answer from, let's say, me, if I'm trying to sell the house or if I'm a absentee owner or whatever kind of person you targeting. What about if the bank tells you no? And now I don't have the money to do the deal.
Well, I mean, the bank. That sounds like one.
Yeah.
There's millions of banks. You ain't asked enough banks yet. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing.
Okay.
Now I will say, some people that want 300,000, they're not reasonable. Mm-hmm. But she had some kind of motivation, right? Mm-hmm. And so we asked the right questions to her, and she said, "Great, I got this motivation, and here's why I need to sell it." So that's why she came down. Now, on a money side of things, okay, once you got a good deal like that, once you got 2 houses for $45,000, okay, we're near UNCG, okay. This house that we're in, I picked it up for $80,000 right there, sold for $142,000, okay, 2 months, and you see the shape that one's in. It's not in great shape. Okay,
house next door.
House next door, right there. Yeah, 142. I paid $80,000 2 months after they bought that house. Mm-hmm. Okay, now think about it like this: if you did the work, if you said the affirmations that I just said to yourself, if you put in the marketing, if you manned up on your self-control and got through the conversation with the seller, you got the deal under contract at a great deal. You went through all of that suffering, okay? Let's be serious. You went through all of that mental challenge and you got a great deal under contract. You can't let a bank tell you what's not possible. That would be dumb. Yeah. They ain't do it. The teller that gets paid, $15 an hour, how you gonna let the teller that gets paid $15 an hour dictate the decisions that you're trying to make, and you're trying to make $1 million?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? $15 an hour person, millionaire mentality. You ain't got $1 million yet. Well, $1 million mentality. When you're just starting, you just have to have that mindset. Yeah. Why would you let that person stop you? That don't make no sense. So typically with the money wise, you just got to keep going. You just got to keep asking more people. Now, sometimes you got to be creative, because everything in business is creative. Okay, but once again, you can't take no for an answer. I say affirmations to myself every day, multiple times a day. Every morning, I watch a motivational video. Now VYBO, I'm there. Les Brown. I'm there for it. JT Hustles, I'm there for it. You know what I mean? So I'm making sure I stay in a positive space. I'm making sure I'm learning every day, okay? And I'm making sure I'm doing way more work than what I believe I should be doing. And because if I do more work than everybody else, that's just what the Bible say. I'm gonna have to win. Because I'm doing way more work than everybody else. Yeah. That's what the 1% do, right? That's why they different. Yeah. 99% of the people doing the same thing. 1% they doing something different. And so saying affirmations, tithing and all that good stuff, you got to do it.
Absolutely.
Got to do it. Yeah.
So you guys, what I want to tell you about, but you got to stay tuned to every part in this series in order to understand the whole play, is after sitting and learning from my brother Sawan, I personally am now getting into being a private money lender myself. You guys stay tuned, watch all of the videos, get your mindset right, learn from Sawan, and it's possible in the future that if you come across a deal, just like Sawan said, and the bank tells you no, it may be an opportunity where even I personally may be able to assist you with that. But in order to know whether I'm gonna do it or not, stay tuned. Last question though that I have for you, and then we're gonna talk about marketing in the next video in this series. So once you got this mentality right, now you a dog, now you ready to do it. It will help if you're not just motivated to do something. You actually know what is the thing that I should be doing. But I want to end this video with this. A lot of people have watched previous videos that me and you have done,
for sure,
and they're saying, well, I called 5 people this week. Everybody said no.
Yeah.
This must be a scam. There's no good deals in my market. Yeah. It can't be done. So I want to end this video with you just telling us ballpark figure, how many touches or cold calls, whatever you call it, do you do, let's say in a given week?
Yep. We make about, at minimum, our goal is 350 a day.
All right.
So a lot of the times we'll do more than that, but 350 a day is kind of, and that's just for the cold caller.
That's y'all. That's just cold calls reaching
that's
out,
just cold calls
looking for deals.
Right. That's just cold calls generating leads. You know what I mean? So, like I said, sometimes we'll do more than that, but at least 350. So if somebody made 50 today and I made 350, I'm 300 up on you. Okay. So if I do that for 5 days, I'm $1 million up on you. Yeah. So if I do that for 6 months versus what you're doing, you know what I mean? I'm 60 million up on you. I'm 60. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the kind of mentality that you gotta have. You gotta do more than anybody else. Period. And look, we're about to go to the next video, okay? But I want you guys to write down this affirmation and say it to yourself before you start the next one, okay? Money comes to me easily, frequently, and in abundance.
All right, so there you have it, you guys. Stay tuned to the next video in this series so we can start talking about marketing, because obviously Sawan isn't on the phone all day making 300 calls. So until next time, so I'm a hustler, stay hustling. JC Automations, I'm gone.